Welcome to our guide on traveling to Mexico. In this video, we'll clarify whether a U.S. green card is sufficient for entry into Mexico or if a passport is required. Here's what we will cover in our video: the legal requirements for entering Mexico, the Western Hemisphere Travel Initiative or WHTI in the context of traveling, practical considerations for both air and land travel to Mexico, and finally some critical recommendations for travelers. Let's dive into the basics of what Mexico requires from travelers at the border. According to Mexican immigration policy, a passport is mandatory for all non-Mexican citizens upon entry into Mexico. It doesn't matter whether you're traveling by air or land, this rule applies universally. Without a passport, entry into Mexico is not permitted. Now let's talk about the Western Hemisphere Travel Initiative, or WHTI. This is a U.S. policy that affects entry into the United States, not into other countries like Mexico. The WHTI allows U.S. citizens and lawful permanent residents, including green card holders, to re-enter the U.S. by land or sea with just a green card. Yet, and this is crucial, the WHTI does not apply when traveling to other countries. Therefore, just having a green card isn't sufficient for travel to Mexico. You cannot rely on WHTI for entering Mexico. Let's consider some practical travel scenarios. For air travel, airlines strictly adhere to international travel regulations. This means that without a passport, you will not be allowed to board a flight to Mexico. Additionally, expecting a refund may be unrealistic. While for land travel, the enforcement by Mexican border officials can vary. It's possible to encounter leniency, but there is no guarantee of entry without a passport. The decision is often left to the discretion of border officials. Thus, entry without a passport is not assured. Here are some key recommendations to make your travel to Mexico hassle-free. First and foremost, always carry a valid passport when traveling internationally. It is the most secure and reliable form of identification for international travel. Secondly, plan ahead and ensure you have all proper documentation. This foresight can avoid potential problems and make for a smoother travel experience. Let's have a quick quiz to test your understanding. What is required for entry into Mexico for non-citizens? Is it A, U.S. green card, B, a valid passport, or C, an identification card? You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the correct answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is a valid passport. While a U.S. green card allows re-entry into the United States, a valid passport is mandatory for entering Mexico, according to their immigration policy. Before we conclude, please note this disclaimer. The information provided in this video is for guidance only and does not constitute legal advice. Always refer to official government websites and consult with immigration authorities for the most current and accurate information before traveling. We hope this video has been helpful. Leave a comment with your thoughts, hit those like and share buttons if you found the video useful, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more travel tips and advice.